Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for being here. I'm Dr. Tufa Kalim, and I'm thrilled to announce that we are here to connect with all of you. As foreign doctor in Denmark, we face unique challenges, and particularly in KBU process and choosing the school for language and adapting to healthcare system. So this meeting is not just about identifying those issues, but also to sort out solutions and exploring the ways through which we can support each other. I would like to introduce our co-host Imran Bukhari, who will assist me in managing the chat and technical issues today. We are especially thrilled and honored to have Dr. Aisha Riaz. She will join us in a moment, and Dr. Muhammad Ahmad and Dr. Almas. They are today with us as our chief guest, and they are also our speakers. I also have requested some other doctor, Muhammad Al Gubori from Iraq, and he will join us for some moment. I hope he will join us. And currently, he is also doing KBU. And Dr. Raquel Du Fredrickson from Brazil. She is also doing her KBU. She will also join us for some time. And when they will join us, I will give them a chance to guide us and give us solutions, what are the solutions in their thinking, and what we should adopt the way. So I would like to introduce you our host, our chief guest, Dr. Aisha. She has completed the whole process brilliantly, and now she is resident in oncology department, and she is very busy right now, and she is on her holidays. But I requested her especially to join us, so she will be here in a moment. And Dr. Almas, she is doing her KBU in Villoa Hospital, and she is looking for her second KBU. So she is also a warrior, and she struggled hard to obtain KBU. She is also with us. Dr. Ahmed is a highly respected senior doctor who had successfully navigated the system here in Denmark, but unfortunately, he is also one of those who are struggling still to find KBU. So he can better guide us and give us opinion that what are the solution in future. I would like to share that Dr. Ahmed is also one of those who recently wrote an article about foreign doctors, and we are thrilled and happy that he is today with us to guide our path in proper direction. In fact, he is one of those who shared the need for an organization with me. So I focused and thought to start the process. So here we are today to make it happen, inshallah. So we will cover in the next 30 or 40 minutes. We will hear from Dr. Ahmed and Dr. Almas about their experiences and advice and shared common challenges we are facing. I will try to focus on those who are already in Denmark and they are struggling their pathway to the KBU. So that's why I asked you to kindly introduce yourself in the chat so we can connect you in the meeting. And we will also brainstorm the ideas from creating a support platform or group. We will explore the idea what is the best idea to create a organization or a platform or a group. And in this meeting, at the end, I would like to propose for our first physical meeting in next couple of days or weeks. So this is the first step in our journey to a uh, more bigger aim. So our aim is to make a platform or an organization through which we can connect each other, we can support each other, and we survive with better success. Uh, I would like to also tell you about myself. I'm also a foreign doctor from Pakistan. Basically, I'm here in Denmark for 1 year, and I will tell you that I faced difficulty while choosing language school. Which school I should choose? It was a difficult step for me to decide. And then after that, after choosing school, the difficulty was finding a good job. Even finding an odd job is really difficult in Denmark. So I would like to hear from Dr. Ahmed and then Dr. Almas the same question. So now I will request Dr. Ahmed to unmute his mic and tell us about your biggest challenges or frustration as a foreign doctor in Denmark, and what kind of sport do you think that would have helped you most during the KBU process, and what do you think that if that sport is here with us, then we can better perform in our career.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Atufa. You took a big step to address our actual issue. And thank you so much for all other people who participate. As all of you know that it's an actual and real problem. And there are some steps. Some people, like I will give example of Dr. Rakil and Dr. Muhammad. They also did a really good job uh, in solving these issues. There are quite many problems. So of course, we got some fruit from their efforts. As most of you maybe know, there came some rule changes in general from in our process in foreign doctors authorization process. But there is a, how to say, there is a real issue to get into the system, that is like getting evaluating and settles KBU. So I will suggest, from my point of view, there is a need, and there must be a like structure, as maybe all of you or maybe some of you know, that we can register like for we can submit our information to different regions, region Chilean, region Noah Yulan. Like they have their website where we can go and we can submit our information and apply for general like KBU. But from that system we could not get directly result because it's just like unsolicited application. So my point is that if government or the regions give us the same like structures where we can put our data when we clear all exams, and then there are available seats, so they can choose, or they can give us available seats from there, so then it will be easy. So that's one suggestion from my point of view. And the other thing, if like whenever foreign doctors came here, they are like, oh, they have to self search for job. There no proper roadmap. So if we look at the local graduates, when they graduated, they have a pattern. They get a number, and according to that, then they got the job. So if we suggest them or we give them a message to the authorities, like politicians, I don't know the real one, who are maybe the region, so they also give us like this a proper number when we finish. There is also a real need that they give us a number, so we can also get same way KBU or evaluating and settles. Otherwise the problem stays the same. So currently I in my mind, these two could be the possible solutions. Otherwise we all are facing same, and the number of people coming to Denmark from different countries are raising day by day. So it will be even worse condition in coming days.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Yes, you told a right pathway. Your suggestion are highly appreciated. And now I would, Dr. Almas, can you guide us and share your experience,
Hi,
Dr.
Dr. Tufan, everyone. How are you? Thank you so much, Dr. Tufa, for creating such a good platform for all of us so we can help each other. I am from Pakistan and I am here in Denmark from the last 5 years. and I'm struggling for the language and all the process. And recently, I'm doing KBU in Wheeler Hospital, and the process was very difficult, as you know, when a person come to the new land. So it's very difficult to find a job or to do the language, which is a very struggling thing for us. But for KBU, it's very difficult to find a KBU right here. From the last 2 years, we are struggling for the KBU, and I have been searching KBU for 1 year, and I find KBU after 1 year, and still it's a struggle to find the other one. And I don't know, everyone know the fact that when a person is doing a first KBU, so second KBU should be within the 3 months after one is done their first KBU. So it's a little bit challenge to find a second one. But still, in Denmark, there is no one who is willing to help us. But if a person do a internship, so it will help a little bit to find a way to get in a hospital, or maybe make a network or ask someone for help. When most of the people say no to help others. But I don't know what we can do to help others, or how we can find a way to be here, because it's a very challenging both to find the KBU and to extend our visa. We cannot extend our visa if we don't have a KBU after 5 years. So I don't know what we should do. No one is willing to help us. Dr. Ahmad can also tell the same thing, because we are experiencing the same thing. We cannot find KBU. But we don't know what we can do, what we should do. There is no way.
Yeah, this is the main target of this meeting, or combining all of you here, that we should know what we should do to find the KBU. Thank you so much. Yes, and as you told us that the budget is less, and also the problem is that they don't need doctor. I think this is the agenda that we should spread, that now they have fulfilled their requirement. But the process or the problem is that the Danish Patient Safety Authority is continuously giving the approval to other nationality doctors, and which shows or give the impression to others that Denmark still needs the doctor. I don't know what's the logic behind this. The authorities know better, but this is the main thing from which the foreigner doctors took the concept that Denmark still needs doctor, and so more and more doctors are coming. But here, when we come here, we see that there is no place to stand for us. There are a lot of problems. That is lack of mentorship, lack of a proper platform, lack of our communication with the authorities, and of course lack of budget, the fourth. So in these problems, I think that we should focus on those ways on which we can do our participation. So from my point of view, I think that first of all, mentorship program should be there. And of course, we have shared some of the challenges, and we can we can create a platform or a community support one another more effectively. So, what is your input regarding this, Dr. Ahmed and Dr. Almas? Would you please describe a platform is a good option, because we cannot do anything about budget. We cannot do anything about authorities' decision, but we can do the other two things, that we can make a mentorship program or a platform where we speak on behalf of our community, and then the other process, that is communication between us and the authorities, will be possible, because no one can alone participate or stand. And of course they can do for themselves. If one participant from us, they speak and they do anything, they can get KBU. But this is the voice of all doctors, that we should speak and we should combine together.
Yes, actually, I will say something about this question. What you said, Dr. Atufa. Uh, in my point of view, it really need it. We really need it. As of my problem currently is to get evaluating and settles up. But there are some doctors who are not in my position or my situation, but they have and other issues that need to be addressed. For example, they just came they have to have find like a house, or they have to have find like a job. They need a consultation, or they need a like to find a school, language school, how they can progress. So there are so many issues for a newcomers. So where they have to go, there is nothing, a proper channel who can guide them. So just they came in a foreign country and they are just blind, and they try by themselves, by their, there is no proper like uh, platform where they can get help. Of course there are some, and they have like when they join school, they find people, they make a blind like network, and so they get help like in this way. Or of course they are, for example, they are from Iran, so they have already colleagues, they get help from them. If they are Pakistanis, so they get help from them, or like so on so forth. But there is a no proper platform for foreign doctors who came to Denmark. So in this perspective, I will suggest, or it mine, I mean, this is really need that we really need a proper platform where we can get all these uh, informations regarding our everything a doctor need when he or she came to Denmark. So, and the other thing is when we have like some common issues, so then we need to have a connection to the authorities. So then again, then we individually can connect, but not, we of course we give them a name like we are foreign doctors, but we don't have a common name on as an where we can tell them like we don't have exact number, we have just small group like Facebook groups or WhatsApp group where like maybe max maximum like 30 people or 40 people, but we don't have exact number, all number where we can have the real number and real issues. So on behalf of that, we can directly the platform, not only an individual person, but on behalf of all, that platform or organization should connect to the authorities and tell them the real or all common issues. So having these two things in mind, so I think it's my suggestion is we have to have a organization that should be have a proper name, a proper structure, so we can speak on behalf of all common problems, or also we can address individually. So this can help a lot to all the doctors who came to Denmark, regardless of their positions or whatever, regardless of their nationalities. So it will be really helpful for newcomers and also for others who can have other issues, like for example, like me, who are just waiting for evaluating and settle stuff.
Yes, exactly. And this is what our target of this meeting is, that we should have an identity. We actually don't have an identity, that who are you, who is speaking, they don't know. So we should create an identity. And the main, of course, the second, the factor that you mentioned, that we should also have an exact number, that how much of you are there. And also it will give them an idea that if they are in huge number, they can be a huge benefit to the Denmark, of course, in the future. So we should have our exact number and our identity. Of course, there should be proper homework, there should be proper work, that and believe me, when we are doing here, or we are only connected to our class fellows in language, and then after that, while sitting at our homes, we give the medical exam, and then we move out from our homes, and then we are just looking blindly for KBU, and just looking on the internet about KBU position. But if we have a mentorship or we have a platform where the seniors or the authorities or maybe the institutions who have the proper list of KBU in different regions, that would be very helpful for our juniors or for us, like, or all of those who are looking for KBU. So I think the first step would be creating a WhatsApp group where we share study guides and job tips or KBO tips would be a great starting point. Although it is already, there are multiple WhatsApp groups and multiple Facebook groups, but they have their own identities. But now, from now, our identity will be foreign medical graduate. We are not from Pakistan. We are not from Iraq or from different countries. We are united and we are here as a foreign medical graduate. So only then we can speak with the authorities, or we can be successful, I think. Now let's talk about how we can move forward. Based on what we have discussed right now, I propose these initial steps. First of all, we will create a WhatsApp group and Facebook group and page for ongoing discussion with the organization name. But at this point, I would like to hear from you what should be the organization name. And I would like to add in this that because only doctors are not here who are struggling, there are a lot of physiotherapists who are struggling here from different countries. There are a lot of nurses who are struggling here in Denmark from many years, even 5, 6 years, they are finding jobs. So I would like you to suggest a name which can reflect all of us, like all doctors, physiotherapists, medical, all the persons from medical profession. And second, our target is to arrange a physical meeting so we can make it realize that how we are progressing. And the third, in the our online meeting, we will try to assign roles to keep things organized, like someone has to manage outreach or collect resources or like arranging events, these type of things. So what do you think about this plan, and are there any other steps that you would like to suggest, or would anyone like to volunteer for specific tasks? You are welcome to write in the chat. If you don't speak, then I will think that we are all in agreement. So I will take the responsibility for setting up WhatsApp or Facebook group, and I will share the link. And I hope that this process should be fast because a lot of people are struggling. So I hope to arrange a physical meeting, and I wish and I request all of you to join that physical meeting. Yeah, someone suggested that make a WhatsApp group. That is the main thing. And in the WhatsApp group, we can decide further because WhatsApp group is over communication. We can communicate through WhatsApp group, but for showing to others and to represent ourselves over meetings, over targets, over like over plans, we should have a Facebook page also.
I'd like to talk about the points that you already mentioned. So first of all, hello everyone, and I hope you can hear me, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so the points you mentioned, for example, I came here like 3 months ago. I haven't started language because of the job. We couldn't find jobs so far, but okay, that's like a very first and fresh point. I'll struggle in that for myself. But as for the union that you mentioned, that we should have an organization and stuffs like that. So, in my point of view, you mentioned that like all health personals should be like it should be for all of us. But what I see so far, and that I have talked to the doctors working already here and just the common people, so here they have union for kinds of different occupations where they help each other. For what my point is, if for example we have a union and That's like for doctors, nurses, and physiotherapists. For the nurses, so far I know, like they do not have any kind of standard requirements. So who knows at what time they change the rules for them? But as for the doctors are concerned, so like we came to under certain conditions that like, okay, we have to finish the language first, then the medical license exam, and then we have to find the KBU and stuff. In my point of view, it would be more focused, and it will give us a like more benefit if it's like for the doctors. That would be my one point, because maybe the requirements are different for doctors, maybe the nurses, the physiotherapists, maybe they don't need KBU, or maybe they needed just like the 6 months one. That's my first point. The second point, as for some of the senior members, doctors, they mentioned about the KBU, that there's a funding issue. So as for my knowledge, because I've met a lot of people here, I have friends here, so they say that like Denmark is not like that it's not like they don't have money, but the problem is what I have heard from them is that in the other jobs, the government, something, I don't know, they directly pay the salaries, but for the KBU, hospital is the body that pays the salary. So that's why they're kind of like avoiding to have a lot of seats for the KBU. That's the point. A doctor who's been here in module 3 or something mentioned to me. So, and the third point is you asked about the doctors. So far, I have met like around 30, 40 doctors that I know. Uh, they're here from different countries. So the number of doctors you were asking about, in my point of view, they are in hundreds. I'm damn sure they're in hundreds, because everywhere I just go and see and I meet doctors. So yeah, and for the names, so it could be like anything, just like, but that should represent that like clearly, that like foreign, the foreign term should be like a bit clear to differentiate us, because for the local doctors, okay, one another thing that you all might have come across, for example, they have labor unions, and they pay to their union like every month and stuff like that, and then after 1 year, if they lose their job, then the labor have to find them another job, and if they couldn't find a job, then they help in kind of like financial help and stuff. So what I'm trying to say is like, if it is like for the doctors, so like a doctor would know the problem of a doctor, right? um, it would be like, because for now, personally for me, like I don't know what the nurses has to go through, what the physiotherapist pathway is, who are eligible, which country is eligible, which is not. So I think then this union or organization would have to deal with a lot of bodies, but if it's for the doctors, we can have maybe like one body, and then if there's already existing body for the doctors, so we can talk to them, but as a group, that talking or that conversation will be on behalf of like all these new foreign doctors who do not have full authorization in Denmark. So like, for example, if now I'm looking for any union, I have to do it just myself, another doctor has to do it just themselves. So first of all, if we could have just like the WhatsApp group you mentioned for our communication, and for the public posting or public representation, you can have your own Facebook group, right? And then after that, if we came to know somehow that, yeah, there are some union which are similar to us, then you can talk to few people, senior doctors from this group. They can talk to them on behalf of the union that we are trying to make today. So it will not be that like only I am speaking just for myself. You would have the representation of all hundreds of doctors, that like, okay, so these are the problems. We are here. We have come to Denmark under certain conditions. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say for now.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Khan. I will create a summary of these points, and I will share with you the whole discussion. And we will be in touch. And I think that was the last thing. if anyone else want to add something, you are welcome. We have less time. We have, I think, 4 or 5 minutes remaining.
Okay. So before this meeting finish, how about like the senior doctors who are already here like for a few years? How about if they mentioned about like finding jobs? Because so far we have contacted PLIMS, nursing homes, the healthcare, the care homes, etc. So all of them they're just denying, straightly saying no. You must have to speak English, Danish. You know. So if there is like any sites. Maybe I think that would be helpful for the new doctors if you could share something like that to make it more fruitful today's meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, we can ask this from Dr. Ahmad and Dr. Almas, and Dr. Aisha. She is one of those who is doing her residency at this time, but she has gone unfortunately. But of course, we will keep on be sharing about these things. I will send you the summary of today's discussion, and we will share with each other all the links, and we will form proper platform. We will assign roles to different people who will help in people finding their job. We will assign role to the different people who will help them in finding the proper school for the language. And of course we will make team for helping them in KBU. So it will be the task of our platform.
Yeah,
So
I just quickly replied to thank you very much for your valuable input. And you asked for the job. Soon as Dr. Atufa said, we will make a WhatsApp group or something soon. So we will give our feedback according to the how can find the job. Of course, it's a very difficult to find even odd jobs in Denmark. So, but what I have some ideas or suggestions I will share in coming next 1 or 2 days when we will make like first our WhatsApp group. There I will share my ideas or suggestion regarding finding a job and of course other things. Thank
also,
you.
we can arrange such kind of meetings that we arranged today about different topics, and the concerned people can join according to their requirement. So now, thank you again for all of you for being here, and I would look forward to seeing you all of you in the our next meeting. Have a great day, and may Allah ease our problem. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.